Let's talk about the symptoms of postpartum anxiety, because knowing what to look for can make all the difference. If you're waking up already tense, if your mind won't stop spinning with the worst case scenarios, if your stomach drops when you hear your baby cry and you're not even sure why, you're not alone. Some women replay the birth or parts of their pregnancy over and over again. They can't stop thinking about what happened, what didn't go right, or what might happen next. Other moms start worrying about the future, not just next week, but sometimes years or decades down the road. I remember when I had my daughter, I caught myself spiraling into panic about something that could happen to her as an adult. That's how far ahead my brain jumped. I didn't know it at the time, but that was anxiety talking. You might worry about whether you're a good mom, or maybe you're convinced you're not. You question everything. You wonder if one wrong move could hurt your baby, or if something will happen to you and your baby will be left alone. Some moms worry they'll make a mistake that causes harm. Others are haunted by intrusive thoughts they don't want, like flashes of hurting the baby, even though they would never actually do it. If any of that sounds familiar, I want you to hear this. Intrusive thoughts don't make you a bad mom. They're a symptom, and they're more common than you think. 70 to 90% of new moms report having upsetting intrusive thoughts. Another sign of postpartum anxiety is trying to control your environment to feel safer. Maybe you feel like the only way to calm down is to have everything just so, everything clean, everything in its place. It's not just about being tidy, it's about trying to reduce the noise in your brain. Sometimes the anxiety shows up in really specific ways, like obsessing about how much breast milk your baby is getting. I had a time where I was pumping constantly, trying to get more and more, even though my baby was already getting plenty. I was convinced I wasn't doing enough because she was getting 0.5% formula and I worked part-time. That kind of obsessive thinking is exhausting, and it's a sign that your nervous system is overwhelmed. There are other things that can trigger anxious spirals too. How you'll support the baby financially, what it'll be like to go back to work. You might worry about SIDS, choking, or illness. You might worry about not getting enough sleep because you know how terrible you feel the next day, or getting enough done. You might wonder if people can see through you, like they'll find out about your scary thoughts and label you a bad mother. Or you might be afraid to tell them that you're having these thoughts. You might notice that you're pulling away from your partner, or you feel like you're about to snap all the time. You might be worrying that you're losing your connection with your partner completely and you don't know how to get it back. You might not be sleeping well, even when the baby sleeps. Maybe you have a hard time falling asleep, or you wake up and you can't get back to sleep, even though you're completely exhausted. You might be waking up early, way earlier than even the baby, and then lying there filled with worry. Some moms feel more irritable than anxious. They feel angry, like their nerves are constantly frayed. Some feel tension in their body all the time, tight shoulders, clenched jaw, headaches that won't go away. Others have vivid nightmares. So what are the symptoms of postpartum anxiety? You've just heard a long list, but the short answer is anxiety can show up in your body, your thoughts, your emotions, and your relationships. If you're feeling overwhelmed, on edge, scared, guilty, or stuck, it's worth paying attention. And if these symptoms are starting to interfere with your ability to enjoy your baby, connect with others, or function day to day, it is time to get help. This kind of anxiety doesn't just go away because you love your baby. It's not a failure. It's something you can treat. The next step, watch this video where I'll show you 5 simple tools that help moms calm anxiety in the moment. You don't have to figure it out alone. Click now to learn how to start feeling better.